Hey, bold, beautiful people of the Most High. I wanted to come and remind you that the enemy cannot do anything to you without first getting permission from God, okay? So any test that comes your way, understand that God had to approve it first, okay? God had to approve anything that Satan is bringing your way. So in the book of Job, chapter 1, this is when the enemy, Satan, goes to talk to God or whatever, and God's whole crew is like walking him in like, don't try nothing. It won't be none. You don't try none, won't be none. So God's like, what's up? What you want? Satan's like, oh, I've been prowling around. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to test, blah, 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 blah. And God's like, have you considered my servant Job? Have you thought about him? Here comes Satan, just like he always do. No, you put a whole protection around him. I can't touch him. God said, okay, I'm going to lift my protection off of him. However, you cannot physically harm him. Satan all giddy and excited or whatever because Satan thinks he's going to win. So remember, when any test comes your way, Satan first had to go to God. And don't forget, all of heaven is surrounded. Like, Satan, try some, and it's going to be some. We gonna rock with what? So Satan first has to go to God and say, hey, can I test this person? Or God is saying, hey, go and test them because I know that they're strong. I know that they're going to be okay. So every trial, every test that comes your way, understand that God already knew that you were going to be equipped for it. That's the only reason why Satan was able to come and attack you, because he first had to go and ask God first on that. Then, and it seems like sometimes it's one thing after another, after another, after another. Job sitting up here, go down to verse 14, and Job's at home, and somebody come in, hey, your oxen were plowing, the donkeys was feeding, and we got raided. They took all your animals, and they killed all the farm people. Excuse me. So while he's sitting up there getting that bad news, somebody else come in and like, hey, fire from heaven and fell down and burnt up all your sheep and all your shepherds. I'm the only one that lived to come and tell you. So while those two people are talking, somebody else come in, a third person come in, and they're like, some people raided and they took all your camels and they killed all the servants. I'm the only one that lived to come and tell it. Then those three people still trying to tell Job what's going on. Here come another person talking about, hey, your kids, they was eating, the walls came down, killed all your kids. You ain't got nothing. Like, I'm the only one that lived to come and tell it. And Job said, I came naked from my mother's womb, and I will be naked when I leave. The Lord gave me what I had, and the Lord has taken it away. Praise the name of the Lord. And all of this, Job did not sin by blaming God. When we're going through something, the enemy will try to make us blame God. But it's not God's fault. Understand, any test that you come across, any trial that comes your way, God has given it permission to come to you. God has allowed that for a reason. Learn what the reason is. Get the lesson behind what you're going through. Because if God can tell the ocean, come on, stop, that's enough, and it does not come any further than the beach, that little part of the sand, that is God's allowing it to stop right there. Now, when the water comes up and all these typhoons and hurricanes and all this other stuff, and the water and the big old waves come and start wiping stuff out, understand those waves first had to get permission. God had to say, hold on. All right, y'all can go a little bit further because I have a plan in the midst of everything. So whatever trial comes your way, whatever attack comes your way, understand that God allowed it because he has a plan, and he knows that you're stronger. He knows that you're already equipped. Even if it doesn't look like you're equipped, you're equipped. God's going to put the right things in your pathway while you're going through it. So in the midst of everything that you're going through, do not blame God. Do not sin by blaming God and give God the praise in the midst of it all. Because while Job still praised God in the midst of everything, it confused the enemy. And all of heaven already had Job's back regardless. So all of heaven has your back regardless of what you're going through. Remember to praise God in the midst of it all. I love you all so much. Remember who you are. Remember whose you are. That's your Minute with Ty.